Oh, hello. Welcome back to the podcast.
Oh,
Uh,
hey,
haters.
haters, friends, enemies, boys, girls, theys, thems, children of all ages. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so happy to see you. Who are we? Well, we are none other than your latest, your greatest, and hopefully, favoritist wrestling podcast in the land. We are the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I'm Billiam.
And today, tonight, whenever it is you're deciding to join our wonderful little corner of the internet, we're going to do what we always do, and that's give you some WWE weekly wrestling recap. We talking about Monday Night Raw, but first we toss it over to my man Billiam. He gonna catch it, and he's gonna give us the Friday Night SmackDown rundown. Let's go, Billiam.
Yes. SmackDown. This is the SmackDown after Mania, which is now becoming a thing as well, even though they are no longer in the same town as Mania, which I
Correct.
made the mistake. I wrote down Vegas and crossed it out and was like, nope, they're in Fort Worth, Texas.
In Fort Worth, Texas.
But it's still just as big of a show. So it kicks off with Jacob Fatu talking about him and Roman and just what happened on Raw, how he said Roman saying he's not ready yet and whatever. He's like, they've been saying I'm not ready my whole life, blah blah blah. So they'll say all that. The Usos come out and they're basically like, man, it's like just come join the family. Like it'll be easier that way. It's like you can have everything that Roman has without having to go through him, basically. And then Solo and the MFTs also come out. Because I mean they're all part of the family too. And he's like, Jacob, why don't you come back over here with the MFTs? Blah blah blah. Or he's like, you know what? You can beat Roman. Like you can do it. Like if you want, just join up and we'll have your back. And then Tama Tonga grabs the microphone. He's like, why do you think he could beat Roman? He couldn't even beat you. And he's like, that's a fair point.
Ooh, that is a fair point.
So Jacob was like, well, and he just kicks Tama right in the face. Done.
The best response when you have no good comeback with. Well, super kick.
Right. So then Jacob takes the mic back and he says, I can do whatever, yada yada mean. And as he's given the whole spiel, his whole thing, you see the Usos in the background and Jay's actually mouthing the same things as Jacob is saying it. So
Yes.
he's going yada yada mean, all that stuff. I was like,
Yep.
that's good. He's like, not in approval.
Get
They're just
into it.
having fun. The family's just having fun in the ring now. So
Absolutely.
which will so after that takes us right to the first match. It's going to be Julia defending her Women's United States Championship against the number one contender, Miss Tiffany Stratton.
Jiffy time.
Iffy time.
Time is back.
Um, it's a good match. I still think Julia hasn't really gotten her fair shot, even though she's what a two-time US champ at this point, and they just I don't know. She
He's
did
a
have a
beast. He's a beast in Japan, and they just don't know how to
right.
how to
She was
just.
great in NXT.
Yeah.
It's just for some reason she can't find her footing on SmackDown, and it's not really her fault. Kiana James has been actually was the better of the two, I think, but also Kiana James, they're not really doing much with her right now anyway. Uh, but there was a dope butterfly suplex, ironically named because Tiffy's been wearing butterfly outfits lately.
Yes.
But there was a very cool butterfly suplex off the top rope that Julia hit on Tiffy. So that was cool. Um,
I thought Tiffy has looked a little better. She looked a little stiff to me.
a little
I
bit.
think she's looked a little better, but could be off night. Everybody's not, off night, but and not,
She
not that it took away, but just something I kind of noticed.
yeah. Going towards the end of the match, she goes for the prettiest moonsault ever, which actually was countered into a submission, which I thought was pretty cool. Wade Barrett recognized it as a maybe a interesting Rings of Saturn. I was like, wow, Rings of Saturn. Haven't heard
Well, that
that.
callback, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
How about it?
Um, but in the end, Tiffy hits the Alabama Slam on Julia and goes once again for the prettiest moonsault ever. One, two, three, and new United States Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
She will be the best women's United States champion in a while because
I agree.
it's yeah, she's gonna turn it back into a working title. So
Yeah, and the crowds, we already know the crowd's behind Tiffy, so cheers to Tiffy being back on top of the mid-card division now, and let's see what she has in the future for her. Next up, we have a little video package. Danhausen is looking for the Mrs. House, so
yeah.
he ends up finding it on his quote map of the stars, which is just a place map of the United States with the Miz and an arrow pointing to LA.
Yep.
So he's like, "Well, here it is. It's right here on the map." So chaos ensues. And of course, he goes to knock on the door. Uh, he's not there. Turns around. Danhausen's already in the house, and then he turns around again. And Danhausen's in his pool. He's like, "Get out of my pool!" So he gets out of the pool, and he's like, "No, I'm in your other pool." Well, so anyway, so just chaos ensues,
It's
and the
like because
Regs,
it's like a pool and like a hot tub, and it's just he's in one, he's in the other. It's mad silly.
yeah, yeah, it's like on some golf course. Look like they're in, like they shot it in Vegas because they're like, "Oh, there's Vegas over there," like it's whatever. So I think they just shot that before they moving over there.
Hmm.
But I don't know because that wasn't LA. Um, so yeah, so they just do a little promo. Miz ends up in the pool trying to catch Danhausen, and we'll break off to that later. Next up, the new women's tag team champions of Brie Bella and Paige come out and finally get to talk. On Raw, they only got they were in the crowd and they're like, "Hey, we're here." Woo.
Right.
But now they get their entrance. Paige gets to speak to the crowd and kind of say that she's happy to be back home and so on and so forth. But then they are interrupted by Alexa Bliss and the Queen Charlotte Flair, which ends up turning into a match, which is fine by me.
Yeah.
For veterans scrapping in the ring, but that was not the point. The point of the match was to introduce Fatal Influence to the SmackDown audience.
I've been waiting for the come up of a one Miss JC Jane, so I was quite pleased. Quite
Great.
pleased.
I think you're a little more familiar with them in NXT, so if you want to speak on who these three ladies are, please.
So JC Jane, I mean, I can mostly focus on JC Jane. JC Jane's kind of been in. I feel like she's been in tag teams and in factions for a minute because when before it was Fatal Attraction, it was Toxic Influence. No, something. She was in a
Something
thing.
like that.
She
Yeah.
was in a thing with Gigi Dolan, and whatever that was became Fatal Influence. Like, see, and even then, they just recently swapped out one girl for another. So Fallon Henley, I know Fallon Henley and JC Jane the most. JC Jane has been probably one of the most consistent women in NXT for a little while. Like the only reason I couldn't see them bringing her up for a while is because she just works in NXT. She's just a
Yeah.
really great heel. And then Fallon Henley has slowly also kind of come up, has done this whole kind of cowgirl character and kind of turned into a heel. She's doing a really great job with JC Jane. So JC Jane is just a very solid heel.
That's
And
what I've heard. She was the one that dethroned Stephanie Vaquer.
yes,
And that was a while ago. And ever since,
yes,
she was the NXT Women's Champion. So
yes,
she was running house
correct.
down there in
JC
NXT
Jane's
for the
back.
longest time.
I'm
So
so happy she's here. She's
I've heard good things, and I'm great that she's finally up with. I've heard of Fallon Henley too. The other female I'm not too familiar with,
I'm
but
familiar
we'll
with.
be seeing her
Correct.
soon. We'll be seeing a lot more of her, it looks like, because they go ahead and wreck four of the greatest women wrestlers ever, and they stand tall. So
Yeah,
they're
they
here
come.
to stay, it looks like.
Yep. I'm glad
Yep.
they brought their whole crew up and not just JC Jane. So it's
Yeah,
it's really
yeah, it was all three of them. Next up, WWE champ Cody Rhodes shows off his retention and his new black eye because Randy Orton kicked shit out of his face.
it was a hard punt.
Yeah.
Very hard punt.
Which is great. I mean, he does his thing. What do you want to talk about? Talks about how hard fought the match was, so on and so forth, and basically welcoming any new challengers. Uh, and that was it. Bring it on. It was just champ Cody Rhodes showing off his face, and I'm still here, and hard fought, and let's keep going.
Boom, get it.
Next up in the back, Solo instructs JC, Mateo, and Tama Tonga to go get the tag team belts. Apparently, I think they were number one contenders. So they have a tag team match. Uh, in a little bit. And then Tonga Tama, sorry, Tonga Tala, Jesus. He asked, "What about Jacob?" And Solo's just like, "Don't worry about Jacob, Fatu." So I was like,
Hmm.
"Okay."
Hmm.
So the next match will be Damian Priest and R-Truth defending their WWE Tag Team Championships against JC Mateo and Tama Tonga.
Yeah,
Oh, Tonga Loa, that's his name. Jeez,
yeah, Tongaloa. Yeah,
my
Tonga.
apologies. Tonga Loa. They all set. The names are very close.
Tama Tonga's the one who's having beef. Tongaloa's
Correct.
the one who's there. Tala Tonga
Tala
was,
Tonga is the tall one.
yeah, and he was,
Tala is tall.
yes,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That helps me remember.
There you go.
Yeah, so it gets to the tag match. I'll just nothing happened. Truth and Damian Priest retain the belts.
Yeah, that
Honestly, there's nothing to talk about. I
pepper
promise.
up.
Yeah.
Haha. Yep.
Next up after that, we get part two of Danhausen at the Miz's house. He eventually has the Miz throw wine in Maurice's face by accident. He's like, I was trying to hit Danhausen. And then you hear a bell ringing, and Danhausen hops on a bike, and the Miz is like, "That's my daughter's bike." And so he's just riding it around the street. It's it's great. I
Great.
love stuff like this. Give me more.
Wrestling, everybody.
Yes, sir. We get back to the arena, and Mr. Lemon Pepper Stepper himself, Trick Williams, the new United States champion, makes his grand entrance with Lil Yachty and Gingerbread Man in tow. So he's basically just Lil Yachty says that he's sticking around for a while, which
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Sure.
Uh, Shook Willie talks about how great he is. You know, he's deserving U.S. champion, which he is, and he gets pyro as well. So not only did he get Sami Zayn's pyro, he got his own.
Did.
Which speaking of Sami Zayn,
Sammy.
uh, go ahead. The Gingerbread Man starts beating up on both Lil Yachty and Trick Williams. Pulls off the gingerbread head, man, and it's Sami Zayn.
It is. When Trick was coming out to the ring and they knocked on the door and Gingerbread Man came out and was adjusting the head before he walked out, I was like, that's Sami Zayn.
Ah,
And then if you kind of look at some of the dance moves Gingerbread Man is putting down, it's kind of like that's Sami Zayn.
mm, good catch. I wasn't even really paying that close of attention, so that was fun. So it was a fun little thing. Sami Zayn stands tall, and we'll see where this feud goes.
See how this goes.
Uh,
Maybe get into some backlash, maybe a little past that. We'll see.
we
Maybe a
will
little
see.
past.
So these two Danhausen Miz little video vignettes end up it was a match. It was gonna be a match tonight. So
Yeah.
Danhausen takes on the Miz, which
Woo!
is what we expect it to be. The last time we saw Danhausen, we actually saw him personally.
Did.
And he took on Kit Wilson.
Did.
This time the Miz with Kit Wilson takes on Danhausen. And it's just like the other match. At one point, uh Danhausen is down. He does a little Undertaker pop up while Miz and Kit are posing, and then he curses them both. We get more pyro, which is fantastic, and he
Mhm.
rolls up the Miz and gets the victory.
2-0. 2-0 right
2
now.
and
Let's
0.
go, Danhausen.
And then he does his poof of smoke, and he's standing there, and he goes, "Oh crap," because he forgot to leave. So then he runs out of the ring. Miz chases him, goes back in, goes under the ring. He ends up running into Kit Wilson, and he hops in his Danhausen mobile and drives off.
Who's off? Love it.
Danhausen gets the Winhausen in his Matchhausen.
That's why we're Fanhausen.
Absolute Hausen. Next up, we get a promo. Blake Monroe will be making or I guess her appearance soon.
She will be,
Just said
yes.
coming soon.
Yep.
So that will be another call up in the near future. Next up, WWE Women's Champion, new WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley, comes out and basically does what Cody Rhodes does. Says, I'm here to stay since she jumped over to SmackDown now. She's the new champ. Bring on all challengers.
Cool.
With that, we hear some new music that we did not hear earlier, but we see some familiar faces. We see Fatal Influence with JC Jane leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to step up, make her presence felt, and she wants a shot at the title.
She does.
She wants to do what Paige did, but Rhea's like, not, I mean, not for the title, but sure, whatever. Nick Aldis makes it official. So JC Jane has her first match on SmackDown
She
against
does.
Women's Champion Rhea Ripley.
What a good first match to have.
Absolutely. Definitely makes her presence felt. JC Jane does. Shows the world what she has because again, a lot of people don't watch NXT as opposed to Friday Night SmackDown. So this is basically just a showcase for JC, and she puts on a clinic and gets the champ, and she looks great.
She does. She
The numbers game gets in Rhea Ripley a bit, so they get involved. And basically no DQ or DQ JC Jane and just wreck Rhea Ripley. Just toss her around like a rag doll, put her finisher on her. She has what like a discus forearm, I think is her finisher.
Yeah, I'd have
Something
to
like
look
that.
again, but yeah.
Yeah, and stand tall. So in one night, Fatal Influence took out the entire women's division.
Let's go, Miss Jane. Let them know.
Yeah,
Let them know.
they are here. They made their presence felt. So we will see plenty more of those ladies in the near future.
Love it.
We see Usos in the back. They offer help to Jacob Fatu, and Jacob's like, "Nope, I don't want it. Don't need
Good.
it. I'm good." Uh, so then we take up to we see Charlotte and Alexa in the trainer's room with Rhea, and they're talking about, "Oh, we need to go after them. We need to stop them." Alexa's like, "All right, well, we can go do that." Charlotte's like, "Well, I'm taking on JC Jane next week." So next week, Charlotte Flair and JC Jane. So
Yeah.
they're throwing JC Jane in the deep end.
She can do it, man. Let's go.
Great.
I'm excited.
Look forward to it. After that, we get a Brock Lesnar video package, just kind of through his career, because Brock Lesnar has retired. And the more and more I'm seeing and thinking about it, I don't think he's retired. Again, I didn't know, especially now, I didn't know until recently that SummerSlam was in Minnesota, of all places. Brock lives in Minnesota.
I get the feeling again, what it tells me even more is that the retirement was unplanned because I feel like WWE he retired and then somebody was like, "Hey man, so we kind of already wrote up SummerSlam. We're gonna kind of need you to come back."
Yeah, so we'll see. But as expected, it's a really dope video package. Go back and check that one out. Which brings us, kids and haters, to our main event of the evening.
Let's go, baby. Bring it home.
It is Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sokoa with MFT in the background, minus Talatonga.
It's a
I
family
mean,
affair.
but first, in between the two entrances, they come back. We from commercial. Ricky Saints will be making his debut next week as well.
Whatever that is. I don't like it, but
Yeah,
it's a
it's
whole.
not great, but he's great. So,
He's very
uh,
good. He is
yeah.
very good. Yes.
So back to the match. What do you think this match is going to be? It's Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. They're going to beat the hell out of each other, and they do. And the MFTs get involved. The Usos step out to the stage, and Jacob yells at him. He's like, "I asked you to not come out here." Blah blah blah. So they get back to it. At one point, the three MFTs are at the ring. Jacob Fatu does a suicide dive, takes out all three of them. Uh, so they try to get involved again. Jake Fatu ends up hitting the moonsaults and gets the victory, but they're not done.
Oh,
MFT immediately go and attack Jake Fatu. The
oh,
Usos make their way down to the ring. A chair is introduced by the MFT. Usos stop ringside. They kind of get on the apron because Jake Fatu does not need their help, kids. He takes the chair, he stops
he,
it, he beats the hell out of all three of the MFT in the ring. He does his running hip attack with a chair against each of them in the corner, and then he throws Tongaloa on the table, and then he gets on the table wrong, so he rolls off and then gets on the right way because he can't even get on the table the right way. And then Jacob Fatu proceeds to splash him through the announce table. He gets in the ring. Uh, the whole time the Usos are like nodding. They're like, "Yeah, man, get it," because like he
Yep.
was hitting hell, chair after chair, just chair.
Hammer.
That was great. He's
Yeah.
like, "I don't need you," and he didn't. Went through all four guys just on his own. Uh, so with that being said, credits.
Reddit's crazy SmackDown.
Whew, that was the
Boom.
SmackDown. A lot of debuts coming. A lot of debuts happened.
Dude,
Um, SmackDown is going to get interesting.
it is. It
Ooh, but
is.
let's talk about Raw because Raw was dope.
Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. It comes to you live from Laredo, Texas, the hometown of somebody that we will discuss later. Just a fun little tidbit in the now in the opening credits when it's like then now forever. They have added Obafemi in the now section.
Yep, and they moved Brock over to the Forever
In the
section
forever section, yes.
because Brock was in that where they put Oba, so they switched out Brock and put Oba in there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. All right, we have a Roman and Fatu recap. Go back and watch our recaps. I think our recaps are better. So we start off with a little promo. Roman's having a little head of the table kind of moment. He's doing counsel. He's got Jimmy
yeah,
and Jay to the left and right of him, and he's basically just going, "What's up with Fatu?" He's all of a sudden he wants all these things when I'm champion. 2 years, I was gone. Fatu didn't say anything about that. All of a sudden, I come around and, what's up with Jacob? And Jimmy's like, oh man, I can kind of see where he's coming from. Who wouldn't want to be have that lifestyle, this and that? Who wouldn't want to be where you are, Oos? And Jay's like, yeah, but he talking crazy. There's got to be consequences.
yeah.
Consequences. Yeah, consequences.
Jimmy
So,
seems to be the level-headed one, and Jay's like the seems like the hothead.
yep, yep.
Like, no, no, man, no, Oos.
Right. Consequences. So
He,
Roman, in a kind of a little new first, he basically goes, I respect y'all's opinion. Asking y'all for real. So, instead of just being the guy, it looks like he's really trying to bring the Usos in as true
yeah,
counsel.
yeah, like
Like that. So we'll see how long that lasts. Brings us to another in-ring promo. It is the visionary, the revolutionary. It is the architect. It is Seth freaking Rollins. He wants to talk about Braun Breaker. He says Braun Breaker is the reason that he lost. He wants him to get his pea brain out here. So Braun does come on out with Paul Heyman. Seth wants to know what Braun benefits by betraying him. Braun says he felt like, Braun says, well, I was getting tired of feeling like an errand boy. You're
yeah,
coming out here, you're coming out here every day, every week, giving the same promo, and then he cuts a nice little impression of Seth. He holds his nose closed, like, I'm the visionary, I'm the revolutionary.
and that's what you've been saying. You're like, how long is this guy going to be like his lapdog? Like he needs to be more. I was like, he will be.
Yeah,
He
yeah. And
will be.
Braun says, you needed us to get rid of your dirty work, even dirty work that you put us into as the vision, and we had to clean up for you. Seth brings up his NXT history between them both, and Seth kind of gives him his flowers. He says, "Oh yeah, you're next. You're there, but there's just one thing you're lacking. It's you're not making good decisions. Think about it. I went out on my own and I called Paul Heyman and started the vision, and I got you and Bronson. You went out on your own. You got Logan Paul and Austin Theory."
And you know how Seth got that black eye, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
because Braun over rotated and
He,
basically kicked him in the eye
after he
after the spear.
spears him, he kicks him in the face.
Yeah, on the football show that Seth was on when he was telling the
Yeah.
story, he's just like, I got a black eye from getting speared. Don't know how that happens.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that was his heel right in his face. But that's great.
He basically says, the difference between me and you is, you try, I succeed. That's the difference between me and you, Braun. Braun gives him his flowers too, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you are the best. You fall in CM Punk's footsteps and all this, and you've overcome this and that, but you are absolutely the best at being number two."
Ooh.
And Big Pop, and then Seth tries to throw some schoolyards. Oh, did Big Papa Pump tell you to say
Yeah.
that? Oh, you're
Yeah.
not even number two in your Steiner family. Like, all right, Seth, you got cooked this round, bro.
Yep. Look at
so,
Bronco.
yeah, Braun becoming Braun is back. Everybody, Braun Breaker's back.
Great.
Uh, Stephanie Fakir is walking backstage and she gets attacked by the Judgment Day. Roxy and
Hard.
Raquel come up and beat her down. Big pop for Roxy as soon as she's on stage, as soon as she's on screen. Because guess what, everybody? She's from Laredo, Texas. So
She's home.
a home game for her. So Liv stands over Stephanie and basically, just this is my show. I'm her, and that's it. Rumor is Stephanie got hurt for real during that segment, so we will see how much she's on screen in the next couple kind of shows or so.
Apparently, she was a little hurt going into WrestleMania. So
Huh?
this might have just cemented something or just furthered it or her way to get out and
Okay.
go get
Yeah.
hurt. So,
Attack,
or
write her off and to
yeah,
have
yeah,
her.
yeah.
Yeah. Dig it. Dig it.
Trouble, trouble.
So after all that, that brings us to finally our first match of the night, everybody.
Yeah.
We got it. It is Penta versus Rusev. Little leftover damage from WrestleMania. Ethan Page comes out though.
Hmm.
He's gonna help us out with his presence. He's going to grace us with his presence and come out and watch the match. Rusev is showing his dominance before a little commercial break. Penta has a nice throw into the corner where he ends up doing a code breaker. That was a really good move. Penta gets him with a surprise roll up pin. So your winner is Penta. But of course, Rusev not having that. He
Nope.
attacks Penta after. Page gets involved. He's like, "You want to tag team?" And Rusev looks at him like, I'm gonna kill you." And so Ethan's like, "Okay, you got it, you got it." And still Ethan tries to get in there anyway. Javon Evans comes out. Yeah, Bouncy. He comes out to come on help out, and he stands with Penta. So maybe the beginning of a tag match.
Next week, probably.
We'll see.
Cool.
See. Hey everybody. WWE would really appreciate if you watch the Hogan doc. So
I've started it. It's not bad.
I've not started it. That'll probably be my wake up Saturday morning and put it on and do the
Yeah, it's
thing.
4 episodes. I think I finished the second one, or I'm about halfway through the second. They just talked about WrestleMania 6.
Got it.
So,
El Grande's backstage with Bravo and Ryo, and he's basically saying, I have a big match, a big mask v mask match, and I know Ray's in the building. I would love to fight Ray to get ready for my match against OG El Grande.
heck he
As we
does.
find out later, it becomes official. So we got a promo. Oh, the man has come around. Big time Becky Lynch, your women's intercontinental champion, comes out.
Anytime.
Um, she's calling her time the Manosphere. Uh, oh, this is the best Becky Lynch I've ever
I'm telling
seen.
you, man. She's been great, but this is the
Yeah.
best she has done.
She's gloating about beating AJ. She throws out some pretty good facts about herself. She's the first to win 4 different titles at WrestleMania. She has the most WrestleMania wins as a woman. So she's doing her thing. Says she wants to be a fighting intercontinental champion because it's not just about staying in 5 stars hotels. It's about coming to rundown places like Laredo and performing for you
Yeah.
people.
I was like, where is this going? And then she went to
Right.
run down. I was like, okay, here we go.
Issues the open challenge. Io Sky comes out and she accepts, and Becky's like, "Hold on, I wanted to fight the best. You're not the best. You're not new.
Mm,
You're not interesting. I was looking for Shawn Michaels, not Marty Jannetty. So Marty Jannetty takes a stray. Io
boy.
slaps Becky. Becky tries to run. Adam Pearce says, "No, we're gonna have none of that. Make this a match. It's official. It's happening right now." So we get Io Sky versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Once again, Io is showing out as best she can. Asuka comes in and interferes. Your winner is Becky Lynch, and Asuka attacks Io, puts her out, and stands tall. Boy, we're missing Kyrie saying everybody.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And
Boy,
now
we're missing
now
Kyrie.
they're having Io and Asuka go at it. It's like, okay.
That'll be a backlash match. Yep.
Yep.
So the OG Grande trying to talk to Ray. He's like, "Hey man, I just want to make sure you're not going to get interfered. You're not going to interfere in this little mask v mask thing I got going on." And Ray's like, "Look, I just want y'all to respect Lucha Libre. That's all
Yep.
I've ever wanted y'all to do." Then El Grande comes out and they have a little back and forth. Ray's speaking in Spanish and OG looks real confused because he don't speak it. Um, Byron is backstage interviewing the Usos. LA Knight comes up, tells him,
Yeah.
like, I don't understand why you guys are so following Roman. Jimmy, you could be that guy. Jay, you have been that guy. So I don't get why you're doing all this." And Jimmy tells Knight he needs to mind his business and stay out of family business. Knight says that, "Hey man, that power is going to corrupt, and when it does, it will be my business." Yeah,
Yeah.
just putting them on point. Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry gives us a Joe Hendry concert. He's letting us know he is officially signed to
On
Raw. So
Raw.
he is on the red brand. He's saying that Logan Paul should get fired. That is now in the song. And Logan Paul comes out and, you can't say that about me. We're winners.
Yeah.
They get very mad. Street Profits come out because they try to attack Joe Hendry. The Street Profits come out and they help out, and yeah, they're still standing tall, still putting their foot down on the vision when they
Looking
can.
great. Can't wait to see him in the match.
Grayson Waller is backstage. He's looking for an opportunity. He calls Oba overrated. uh, hey, you might want to turn around, stand behind me if you're looking for an opportunity. It's Obafemi. Guess what? Grayson Waller gets an opportunity. It's going to be Grayson Waller and Obafemi a little bit later. That brings us to it's Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. But in between that, the Street Profits, Street Street Profits do this whole fun thing. It's like, hey, you're on Raw now. Get another shirt. Stop wearing blue. That's pretty
Yeah.
funny. And then Seth tries to come up and say thanks, and Street Profits like, we didn't do that for you. It's
For the
not. It's not
belts.
of you. This is our business, baby. Street Profits business. Back to the match. Basically, it's a good little back and forth with El Grande and Ray. They get to show off a little bit. Ray on Bravo are wearing their Hall of Fame little
The suits.
mariachi little outfits. So those
Yeah.
are dope. The winner is Rey Mysterio. He steals the steel plate that El Grande usually puts in his head, so he has it now. OG and El Grande they brawl, getting ready for that mask v mask. So two matches confirmed at Backlash. It is going to be Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, and it is going to be Io Sky versus Asuka.
Great.
Asuka basically cuts a promo on Io, basically saying, I had to get rid of my family, and now I'm alone, and that's your fault. But maybe it's my fault because of this and that. But no, I'm still gonna be your master, and I'm gonna show you. So
Let's go.
again, boy, we're missing Kyrie.
Yeah.
Brings us to the co-main event of the night. It is Grayson Waller versus Obafemi. It is exactly what you think it is. It is a squash match. Your winner is Obafemi.
I love how it's a co-main event because you love Oba so much.
Yes, it's a co-main event. Oba, and then Oba issues an open challenge. Says,
Uh,
"Well, it looks like the championship picture's a little blocked right now. So whoever wants it, come get it." You know, I wouldn't have had him do it on the same day that somebody else already issued an open challenge, but hey. Also, quick reminder: it has, as of recording, it has been 113 days since Obafemi vacated the championship, and he is not a champion yet.
yeah.
Y'all keep that in mind. That brings us to the little Judgment Day thing. Liv and Roxy finished the conversation that they wanted to have before they butted heads. Liv's just telling her, "Hey, sorry we had to get rid of Finn, but I'm here for you. I won't betray you." Blah 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 blah.
But
Then she leaves. Roxy's kind of standing there. Then Finn comes up on some, "Hey, you can't trust Liv. She's gonna turn on you." Roxy's like, "Well, how do I know? I don't know who to trust. I'm torn." That brings us to the main event of the evening. Now, there is a promo after this, but this is our main event wrestling match, and it deserves to be the main event because it is Bailey and Lyra Valkyria versus the Judgment
mhm.
Day, who's Roxy and Raquel. So Roxanne Perez gets to show out in Laredo, Texas, in front of her home people, and they show up for her just like they should. It's a
Yeah.
home game for her. She shows out. Liv does get involved. Roxy does take advantage. They let Roxanne Perez get the win. So the winners are the Judgment Day.
Great
Roxy gets the
match.
pin. She gets a win at home. Good for her.
Bailey never does.
Right. Oh, Bailey. Good
Poor
news,
thing.
everybody. Sol Ruka is going to sign her Raw contract next week.
Great.
Oh,
That's
yes,
great. Such good news.
yes,
So excited.
yes. That brings us to our last bit of the night. Little business to clean up. We do get the OTC, our World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns comes out. Um, he said, "Yo, I won this belt, even though they made this belt to spite me," which was a cold line.
Mm,
If you kind of understand what he's talking about, it's like now you can respect this title. Now you can acknowledge this title. Jacob Fatu comes out because if last we kind of missed a little bit of a week, but last week basically Roman was telling him, "Hey, you want to come out? You want to challenge me, you want to call me out. I don't think you kind of know. I'm gonna give you a week to think about it. Jacob Fatu comes up and says, "Hey, I didn't need a week. I didn't need an hour. I didn't need this. I didn't. I'm telling you, I don't want that title. I need
Hmm.
that title. Uh, when I was in jail, y'all didn't call me. No one called me up. Solo called me, and and Roman kind of laughs at all. I was like, okay, well, who do you think signed off on all this, man? Says, I don't think you've even earned the right to even holler at me like that. And then Fatu attacks him, says it beats him down. He says, I'm gonna take everything from you, Roman.
Hmm.
And he's walking back up to the ramp, and Roman goes, hey, you wanted a backlash? Well, come get it at backlash.
Boom. Yes.
And that's our Raw, everybody. That's our week. What a week.
It was a
Woo,
great week. Told you,
man.
haters.
Hey, I have things to do. He has things to do, and y'all have things to do. But first, hey, Billiam,
Yes.
can you please let the wonderful people know how they can help us out on our wonderful little show we have going on, y'all?
Absolutely, haters. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the podcast. Go ahead and let your friends know that your favorite wrestling podcast will soon be their favorite wrestling podcast. Comment down below your favorite matches. Who you were excited to see debut this week. We got a bunch of debuts. We have some more coming up. Let us know. Let us know what you want to see more or less of. Also, go ahead and on Instagram, you can find us Section A Wrestling Pod. And if you want to listen to us, Spotify and Apple Music.
Hey, everybody, we hope we made you laugh. We hope we made you smile. We hope we made you think about some really good wrestling. Please, please, please love and respect each other. Be safe out there. Things are getting crazy. But that's it for us. Slim Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I'm Billiam.
Hey, we are going to see y'all on the next one.
Bye.